pull out my trusty little ukulele, because I know I don't have a chance fighting these guys with my bare fists. And I strummed a chord. And it was this chord. And every one of them stopped. And they stopped and they stared at me and they were like, really? You're not gonna fight or anything? So I strummed again. A little more forcefully. And they just kind of kept staring at me. And at that moment, my friend, my dear accomplice, swung out of the tree nearby and decapitated all of them in one go and handed me their head. He was also a bard. I never got his name right. But that's okay. Since then, we've parted ways, and I made it here. Heaven bless. Heaven bless. Hi there.
Hi.
I'm glad you joined me for this story. How's it going?
It's pretty good. It was an entertaining story.
Oh, thank you. I've got lots more.
Oh, do you?
Always. I can talk for days.
She sure can.
Hey now! I know you like my stories. It's okay, ignore me all you want. We're gonna be friends someday, I promise. Promise.
Did you not get along?
No, we've just been staying here for a couple days. I think he might have gotten here before me, but I don't know. I want to be friends with him. But he's adamant on ignoring me. So I'm just waiting it out. Sooner or later he'll come around.
So what brings you to town then?
Well, I decided to leave the forest because I wanted to have a little adventure before I was expected to settle down into an adult life, whatever that means. I don't want to be an adult yet.
You hear this from under the table.
I looked down. That's what I'm saying. So I decided to leave, and I'm looking for an adventuring party. People to help. I want to help people.
Well, we're on a little adventure.
Oh, what kind of adventure?
Oh, we're looking for an orc. A woman. Black hair. Green. Reported to be in the city somewhere. Seems like your kind of adventure.
That does. That sounds exciting. I'd like to join you on that.
Well, come with us. I was about to ask the barkeep if he maybe had some information for me. Seen some interesting things.
That's a good idea. I know we get a lot of really interesting characters here. Just gotta keep your eyes open, right?
True. There's a few goblins running around. You might want to keep an eye on your gold.
On that note, can I roll perception to see if you've got anything, like, shiny on you that I could...
Do you have shiny?
Do you have shiny?
Is there any visible shiny stuff on you?
Do you have shiny?
No, she's got
money?
normal clothes, man. She's nothing shiny. I mean, she might have a coin purse, but you can't see it right now.
I'm not sure I have anything shiny, but I'm certain we could find something shiny for you.
Oh no, did I say that out loud? I want to see if he has anything shiny.
Roll.
4.
No.
We're off to a great start.
He's got books, I mean, but they don't sell for much.
I don't even know how to read.
Yeah, exactly. They're not interesting to you.
I probably know how to read a little bit.
Alright.
What about you, good sir? What brings you to town?
I think he's just ignoring us. Yeah, his character's ignoring you.
Hey, you there in the corner. You can't ignore us forever.
I walk up to my room.
Alright, cool.
Antisocial.
You think he knows anything about this orc?
I doubt he does. He's always got his nose in a book.
Does he really?
He might be smarter than he looks, though.
Awkward silence.
Well, if he knows anything, maybe he'll be inclined to share later. Barkeep.
Okay. Barkeep says yes. This Barkeep is actually an albino half-elf, and he's got one of his eyes has been scratched by some beast of some sort, and he can't see out of it. But anyways, he turns and says yes.
Can I get a a lager of ale.
You most certainly can.
Thank you.
Gallon or a mug?
Let's go with full gallon and I'll share with the table.
Okay.
Can I have also ale? I say, looking like a child.
That depends on your guardian's preferences.
I don't have one of those.
Anyways, he goes off and
Give
gets
her a
ale
shot
for you.
glass of ale.
Okay.
Just a shot, though. No more, no less.
Wow, it's me-sized.
So he goes and gets some ale for everybody, right?
Yeah, just a gallon of shirt thing.
Alright, so that's just 2 gold.
Cool. I give him 2 gold. You wouldn't by chance have seen anything real strange around here, would you?
I mean, you're an Ironwell. Everything's strange here.
Fair enough. But from what I understand, orcs aren't real common here. Have you seen any of
No,
them?
it's true. Orcs aren't very common here. I've seen a few come and go over months and whatnot, but recently there was one, and funnily enough, they got kidnapped.
Say what?
They got kidnapped from the One-Eyed Boar. It's another inn over that way. South, there's like a fountain nearby it. But yeah, it's real strange. She came in, so my friend who owns the tavern says, and she came in, got a room, and went into it, and didn't come out, and then some strange people broke in and took her away. I mean, like, for one, why would you even think of kidnapping an orc? They're heavy.
Well, I was wondering who was dumb enough to kidnap an orc. That just seems like a really bad idea.
Yeah, it does. But they did it.
Okay.
I have no idea why. It's the most puzzling thing that's happened as of late.
Are the city guards involved at all?
The city guards were looking into it. But I don't know what the city guards have found with their noses.
Probably not much if my experience with the city guards stands true.
I don't know. These guards are pretty good. They come from the guild.
That's funny, because I'm pretty sure I saw one of your town guards and he couldn't tell me much of anything.
He's probably one
Couldn't
of the
even
newer
tell me
ones.
if a half-elf walked through the door.
Well, they do start out like that. They're usually given small positions. Watching the gate isn't that bad.
I don't know, that one seems pretty important. Anyway, One-Eyed Boar, you say?
Yeah, the One-Eyed Boar. It's in the south section of the city. There's a fountain next to it.
You know the tavern keep's name, by chance?
Oh, the person who owns the keep?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his name is Kale.
Kale. Perfect. Maybe I should go speak with him. He would probably know a bit more, right?
He's a very observant person. Usually stays up incredibly late. Honestly, I worry about his health and sleep habits, but he probably saw something.
Should I have fun and wake him up in the middle of the night, or is that too rude?
He's
around
probably awake in the middle of the night.
here? So I should go wake him up in the middle of the day.
Maybe.
That sounds like much more fun.
I don't know if he ever sleeps.
Good. Well, let's go find out. You wouldn't happen to know of any other strange happenings in town, would you?
Not in town? No? I mean, that's the weirdest thing that's happened. I mean, kidnapping an orc, that's just strange. But there's just the normal things of the guards going around and making sure everybody's, not getting up in each other's faces.
Cool, cool. Well, thank you for your time. I think we'll enjoy our ale before we set off on our new adventure. Ale.
Speaking of ale.
You got your shot glass, you don't get more.
Ooh. Oh.
Oh.
What are you doing in your room, Jake?
Reading.
Just reading?
Yep.
Not very invested right now, are you? You're just reading. It's okay, I got plans.
Did you ever finish the description about the book that
my grandfather had.
Yeah, I told you of it. I didn't write it in beautiful details, but I did tell you.
Okay, I think I kind of remember what you're talking about. I thought that you were saying that you were gonna give me a copy.
I was gonna write something, but then stress happened this week, and I had to go kidnap my friend and reapply for a scholarship. So fun,
Hey,
and also prepare for this. But anyways,
hey, Bucky. You know anybody else in your tavern who's super observant?
no, not really. Just kind of normal, everyday-ish people.
Everyday-ish people.
I mean, they come in, they stay,
In character.
they eat,
Nice.
they leave. Eh.
Someday I'll one up that one.
Well, should we go bug your silent friend?
My
and
not
see-
so friend.
Your silent not so friend.
I would love that. Let's go do it.
I like bugging
Do we know which
people.
room he is in?
Yes, I mean, we've been at the same tavern for a couple days now.
They probably roll intelligence to remember.
What are you on? Claire?
17
Oh, half elf and Claire.
and my 19.
You wear armor.
19, yeah.
Alright, yeah, you've been watching which room he goes into, probably to wait for him to come out and bug the crap out of him.
Yeah, his room is just upstairs to the left. It's the third door down.
Hey, Cat. Why don't you go see if you can find him?
Okay.
I'm curious. You seem like the silent observant type. But I don't think he was too fond of me.
No, she obviously likes you.
No, well, she does. I'm talking about him.
She does.
See, now we gotta be a little more clear about these things, right?
Maybe.
Because no, he doesn't really seem fond of anybody. But that's okay, I suppose. Someone's gonna soften him up.
If anyone can soften him up, it's this little one.
Go get him, Tiger.
I'm okay. I'm really good at bothering people. Okay. Going to. Should I just assume I remember the directions? Okay.
Yeah, probably. You might as well.
Alright, so going to go and I'm gonna go up to the door and just kind of try to open it without knocking. Because I'm like that.
Do
Is
you
your
lock
door
your
locked?
door?
I do.
Do
Okay. Then I'm gonna
Send-
knock.
totally
you
send
jiggled it and it's locked.
Send
Should I try to just knock or should I try to like pick it? Because I feel personally offended by this lock. I'm offended. I'm gonna roll to pick it. 16 plus, is that plus dexterity or not plus anything?
It's dexterity. It's dex.
Dexterity. 19.
That's 19 altogether?
Yeah.
Jake,
You used-
roll perception.
Perception.
No, Jake. I want Jake to
Oh.
roll perception. To see if he notices that he's...
Natural one.
Nat 20.
You're reading your book and in the comfort of your silence and you start hearing some jangling on the door. Somebody has just picked the lock. Successfully.
I'm gonna get up and see who it is.
Alright, so he gets up and opens the door. You guys are facing each other now.
Well, more like.
But still,
How
you
tall
are
is he,
confronted
dude?
with each other.
I think he's like 5'6" or something. Short human.
4 something.
Average human. Average human. Yeah.
Did I write it down?
Or half
Gee whiz,
elves
you're
a little
taller than
taller
me.
than.
What?
Humans
You're
and half
taller
elves
than me.
are.
Wow, someone I'm actually
same height.
taller than.
I'm 3'7".
Wow. Wow. Okay.
You're 3'7".
I mean, I am half orc.
You're just just over half as tall as I am. I'm a full 7 foot tall.
Beautiful.
Okay,
It's like I'm
I don't
like your
actually
hand.
know what I'm saying to it.
Every time I have to
You have to
look.
figure that out.
I
What are
feel
you
like
gonna
this
say
is
to him?
What I left.
That's cute.
I'm just gonna look up completely unapologetic and just be like, hey, your bard friend wanted to talk to you.
That's cool.
I'm gonna shut the door.
He has
I'm
rudely
gonna
shut the
open
door on you.
again.
She's gonna try and open the door again. Are you gonna try to hold it shut, or are you just gonna let her open it?
I'm just gonna sit down and start reading my book.
Alright, he's
Okay.
reading his book. You've
Alright,
got the
so-
door open to
Alright,
his
so
room.
I'm just
Okay, can I come waltzing up the stairs?
I'm gonna walk in and
I
Sure.
start
I see the
pretending
door
to
open
read
and I
over
just
his shoulder.
Can I
dip
help
my
you?
head in and just. I think you can.
That's fun.
It is, isn't it? You should join us. We're looking for an orc.
Do I remember an orc? Do I need to roll?
No. I mean, if you ever went outside walking around, you might have heard the news that an orc was kidnapped, but I don't know, have you been reading your book the whole time?
So, I consider my character to be one of the people who can kind of like read the book, but also like carry a conversation with somebody if they decided to.
Yeah.
So like, yes, I have been reading my book the whole time, but I do go out and like do listen to things.
I'm going to clarify right
Then,
after she says.
roll
looking
for
an
remembering
orc,
it
I'm gonna be
then,
Like, we're looking for my
intelligence.
mom, actually, and
Intelligence.
she's an orc.
I got a 5.
Oh. The orc is your mom?
You don't seem to
didn't know
remember
that.
mentions of
What a plot
orcs
twist.
much.
You hear my heavy footsteps.
There's one
as I
right
come up
there.
the stairs.
Okay, so
Wow,
he's
you're
coming
really
upstairs.
funny. You seem to have the sarcasm thing really down. I'd love to learn how to do that someday.
You could work on it.
I really could, couldn't I?
Yeah.
So would you like to join us?
I see no reason to.
But do you see a reason not to?
Yes.
What's
Oh.
that? What's that reason?
What's the reason
I
not
bet
to?
it's lame. What is it?
I'm busy with my own things.
You're busy reading a book?
Yes.
Well, I'm curious now.
What is this thing that you are busy with?
Kristen's showing up in the doorframe too.
I'm standing like outside the door frame. Just
Yeah,
like,
just like, hello.
Bending
yeah, I was
down
hoping
the-
you might be able to help me, my friends. Or we perhaps could help you along the way. As I take a swig out of my lager.
So the book that my grandfather had was stolen, right?
Yes, it was stolen from you not long after you actually got it.
Okay. Do I know anything about who stole it?
No, your house was broken into. Like, very forcefully. They didn't try to cover their tracks. They just broke in, took the book, and left.
So I don't know much about like who stole it.
No.
I'm looking for a book.
There are many books.
Indeed.
I take it this one was special to you.
It was, and I have the feeling that your friends are not going to be able to be of much help finding books.
I'm really good at finding stuff and stealing stuff.
Yes, that little one actually is fairly observant.
I'm sure I'd be able to help you with
I've
at
been
least
hired
something.
to steal stuff out of people's houses before.
Tell me about this book.
And
Was
I'm
it-
only 15.
What kind of book was it? Journal? Wizardry?
It belongs to my grandfather. I didn't get much opportunity to read it.
That is
What color
unfortunate.
was it?
It was leather bound,
Is
dark leather.
It's a dark leather, yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Well, did it happen anywhere near here?
I'm pretty sure it happened in Riverdeep, right?
Hmm?
I used to live in Riverdeep, right? Is that what we decided?
There's no place called River Deep.
Or what was that place that you said that it was like mountainous and rains a lot?
Oh, that's Raven Peak.
Raven.
Yeah, Raven Peak.
That's where the book was.
Well,
sold,
you
right?
got the first
Yeah.
letter right.
And
Yeah,
it
it's up closer to the north ways, but like,
That's where it got stolen, though.
yeah, you've been looking for
think you
like
missed
clues
out.
on shifty characters and whatnot, and there seems to be a lot of stuff going on in by the Fallen Wood that's pretty shifty, and there seems to be like a band of people running amok around there.
And I think that has something to do with the book.
It's possible that they could have stolen. They seem to steal many things and people,
Including people's
and whatnot.
moms.
Possibly.
so
Well, it happened in Raven Peak, but I and trying to follow clues, I suppose, as to where the book may have gone.
You know, it'd probably be easier to look for clues and find clues if you had more people, more eyes.
And if you weren't
I'll
always
keep that
reading.
in mind if I find more people.
We're right here, what do you know?
I'm a people.
What do I know about Raven Peak?
Raven Peak?
Particularly the underground of Raven Peak.
The underground of Raven Peak?
Like the criminal side of
Was I
Raven
in
Peak.
any
Raven
of these
Peak
cities,
is
or am I just
really
in a
small.
different place?
There is, like, no criminal activity except for, small thievery. It's a small town of locals and also scholars who go there to basically have a getaway home from people. Because it rains a lot, and nobody likes to be outside when it rains. And those who are scholars like to stay inside and read anyways. So it's a place where scholars go.
I see why he's from
Yes.
there.
Scholars buy houses from there and move there to basically get away from everybody. So there's those big houses full of books and the locals, and it rains a lot. That's what most people know about it.
We say to the guy wearing chain armor, which is really funny. So I'm curious, what clue led us to Ironwall?
Ironwall?
Yeah, like what clue or set of clues?
Did
led
we
us
just
there?
get dropped off near there, or?
Yeah, you did actually when you left the Tower of Death.
Oh,
they
so
they
we-
said that she was near here,
Oh.
and that's where they dropped you off nearby. So you started looking for clues, and it pointed to Ironwell as the place where unusual people go, and occasionally orcs.
Occasionally.
Yeah, occasionally orcs.
So
And since she married a halfling, they were like, oh, it's probably likely she was over there. It's where weirdos go.
Weirdos.
At least that's what the people outside the city say about it. Weirdos.
So your clues for your book led you here?
Yes.
It seems likely to me that our two goals are not mutually exclusive. We're looking for the shady people who stole a person, you're looking for the shady people who stole a book. We can help each other.
That doesn't necessarily mean that they're related.
No, it doesn't.
Thieves' networks go
But we're
way
headed to
out.
essentially the same place.
I know this.
Well, as I said, it is only a lead. I still have no clue whether the book is actually here.
Well, as she just said, thieves' networks do go way out. So, either way, whether or not we're able to find the book itself, we could still find a lot of clues along the way.
Find the network through which it's being sold.
And get a lot closer.
Well, very well.
All
If you
bad
think
guys
that you're
know each
able
other.
to help me, then
Friendly or not.
I don't see why I would turn down the offer.
And that's good. We have a few leads that'll lead us towards
The one-eyed
hopefully
boar.
some clues to who we're headed after. That should lead us to the information that helps both of you. Now, if we're all in agreement, let's go.
Of course.
Gather your things. And we head off towards the one-eyed boar.
Alright.
Looking for the taverner named Kale.
Do you want to roll investigation to see how fast you get there?
Still not off to a good night. Let's see, investigation. That's a 5.
That's a
I
5.
got 16 again. Let me see what my. Do I have a bonus at all? Plus 3. 16, 17. 19
I
again.
got
19.
16 plus 3 is 19.
I got a 20.
Wow!
Cumulatively, you guys find it pretty fast, but you seem to be occupied by
You're just distracted.
the.
I'm distracted by something.
You're distracted probably by the fact that there's some pretty strange demographics here. You're like, for real, these people are here.
And the ale.
Yeah.
Did I find a kobold?
Sure, yeah, there's probably 1 or 2 kobolds around.
Let's get her off. What color? What color?
Color? Generally, the ones that hang out in this area are kind of like, they're more like brown colored.
Mixed race kobolds. Let's not deal with them. Yes, that's what I said.
Wow. Racist.
Only to the horrible kobolds.
So as I'm
enough.
I steal
walking,
from kobolds sometimes.
I'm-
It's really easy.
generally ignoring these people, I'm just kind of reading, and I walk to the one-eyed boar,
Yeah.
basically by myself.
So
Oh, yeah.
he basically he's probably seen it with that 20, he's probably seen it before when he's walking about the city, because he went right there. And come to the one-eyed boar. And one of the windows is boarded up on the bottom floor.
Ooh, sketchy. Looks like somebody might have broken in there.
How tall is like how many floors?
There's just 2.
Okay.
And the door seems to have been repaired slightly. It's still kind of mangled-ish, but it's repaired enough to open and close
It's a
well enough.
functioning Door.
Yeah, it's functioning again.
Mm.
Is the window on the first floor?
Yeah, the window's on the first floor, the one that's broken.
Man, that was a bad break-in.
It's all boarded over.
Yeah, that window's boarded now, yeah.
Is there another
These
window
guys
on the
didn't
first
even
floor?
try to erase their
Yes.
tracks.
Can I see through it?
Yes, you can. Do you want to roll for what you see?
Perception?
Yeah, perception. Sorry, roll perception.
5.
5?
Can I also... Wait, am I tall enough to see through the window?
Maybe.
Maybe just slightly. There's
I'm gonna, like, climb
There's
up
there's
his
bars
arm.
and there's chairs and what normally you'd expect.
But there's like nobody inside, or
Not from you can see, at least not from that window. You can't see anybody.
yeah. Okay. Well, I go and I examine the door. Is there like scratch marks, claw marks?
It seems to have been hit with something really heavy and sharp, probably an axe, where the handle was.
Okay.
When there is a new handle that's slightly above that.
Why'd they make the handle
Yeah.
higher up? They're discriminating against short people.
I think the
I
original
agree.
handle is broken. I summon my packed weapon into my right hand, which is my quarterstaff.
Alright.
I go and I push the door open. Is it locked?
No, it's not locked, but there's resistance because it is in a what are those things called? Like latch or whatever. You have to like turn it to open it.
Okay, so I turn it and I start to press it open, and then I step back and I push it all the way open with my quarterstaff.
All right.
So I step
open.
back away from the door as I push the staff through the door.
Okay.
Anything?
No, it's quiet right now.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello?
Are you a customer?
I could be.
I'm afraid it's not really the safest place right now for people to stay at.
I gathered that. I had a conversation with another tavern owner across town.
At the Nomad?
Yes.
I know him. Yeah.
Are you Kale?
Yeah, I'm Kale. This person walks out from like the back room, seeming to have been doing something.
Some kind of relief.
Yes.
That was
He's fairly tall and skinny. His hair is just kind of real short, just brown.
He looks like he'd be named after a leaf.
I mean, Kale's actually really dark green, but okay.
Ket doesn't know that. He just knows it's a leaf.
All right. Fair enough.
So you say this isn't the safest part of town? Or is it just not the safest bar to be at?
I mean, it's not the safest part of town, but it's also not safe from. Well, I've been broken into recently.
I noticed your window was
Yeah.
shattered and boarded, and the whole place seems to be a bit empty.
Yeah, I may have thrown something at somebody and missed.
What did this person look like?
I don't know. They're wearing all black, like
Why?
a bunch of weirdos.
Tall, short,
How
pointy
many-
ears.
I don't know. I
Green.
assumed the person that I was throwing the object at was a normal human, but there's several different people.
How many people?
There's 5. 5 of them broken.
5?
Yeah,
That's a
5
lot
people.
of people for one break-in. But they were trying to steal my mom, so they'd need a lot of people.
Wait, what?
Have you heard the reports of well, we heard the reports that an orcish woman was kidnapped around here.
Yeah, she was staying here upstairs. They broke that door too.
We have reason to believe that orc
was this one's mother.
Alright.
You're like,
Yeah, he's fairly tall.
I
He's
know,
close to 6 feet,
it-
so.
it's like,
It seems a
poor
little
lady,
strange, but
child,
Yeah, but, I mean, it's a weird place here, so.
you wouldn't mind if we go and investigate the room?
No, go
Does
ahead,
any
I
of her
mean,
stuff left?
she didn't have any stuff to begin with, just clothes and gold.
Gold. Something
How
shiny,
much
I promised
gold?
you.
What?
How much gold?
She seemed to have been running out. I mean, this is, like, the cheapest place to stay at. So,
So not much then.
no, her little coin purse looked very, very sad, you know, there's not much in there.
Somebody drew a frowny face on it.
No, just sad in the fact that it's not full, you know, just, it looked, there's some measly coins.
It's an idiom.
I'm confident, yes. I was making a terrible joke.
Coin purses can't be idiots. They're inanimate.
Wow. Even I don't have anything to say.
You wondered why I didn't want to join you.
No, I really didn't. I
Oh
just wanted
gosh.
you to join us anyways.
Yeah. Do I get a feeling that Kale's being honest with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can roll if you want to know more, but Kale just seems to be like, I was broken into, this sucks, nobody wants to come here anymore. They didn't want to in the first place. That's his general attitude.
Oh, that's right. We're playing at level 3. Proficiency bonuses aren't that high. That would have been a 17
Okay.
for insight.
For insight?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's being completely honest. He seems to have been, you know, having a rough time keeping this place, and then now people have broken into it, and it's just made things worse for him.
Okay.
I'm going to.
Yeah. So I go upstairs.
So the room that was broken into was on the
It's on the second floor, yeah.
second floor.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go up there and I'm just gonna take a look around and investigate, see if I can find any traces of the people who came through or anything that might lead me to their whereabouts.
Alright, cool. Roll that.
I got 11
An 11?
for investigation.
For investigation, okay. So, like
And I
Kale said,
investigate also.
the door was broken into, again, probably by like an axe or something. The way it was broken into was similar to the other one. He hasn't fixed this door yet. Inside, the room's a bit of a wreck. The bed is completely, like, broken. As it seems that, they confronted the orc woman here, and she did put up a fight, but somehow they knocked her out, put her to sleep, something, because seeing as the rest of the way out wasn't as mangled as this room.
I want
So
to
I just-
investigate the room also, and I'm looking specifically for, like, any leftover stuff that might, you know, that I might recognize so that I know that it's my mom,
Alright,
for sure.
okay.
If there's anything like that, if not, just,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, looking at
Just
stuff.
roll.
13, 16.
16?
Yeah.
Alright, Kat, so you're looking around, right? And you notice that, you know, there's rubble and stuff, and there seems to be some torn black cloth hanging about. It's probably from the people that were kidnapping her. There's also a few of her gold coins are just lying on the ground.
Okay, I'm gonna grab those.
Alright, you got 5 gold coins.
Yay! I'm going to keep them in a separate pocket from the other ones because they're my mom's.
Alright, cool.
I'm gonna walk in. I'm gonna check the door itself
Know itself.
and the windows in the room.
The windows?
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna look. I'm looking for any signs of forced entry or any attempt to slip out of anything that
Okay.
seems out of the ordinary for normal use around those items.
Okay, the doors and the windows?
Mm-hmm.
The window's fine.
That would have been a natural 1, so it would have been a 2 investigation.
2 investigation? I mean, the window's fine. The door's obviously broken.
So they came in through the front door and out through the door. No other secret passages. Seems weird.
They weren't even trying to be subtle.
No, they weren't.
There were 5 of them.
And they just came barking
And they
straight
broke
through.
so many things.
Yeah. It's almost like they knew they'd be able to get away with it.
There's got to be half dozen people in the tavern at any time. Half of them would probably fight. I go back down to Kale.
Alright, yeah.
Kale, all of your patrons, how many did you have that night? Or that day?
There were only 3.
3?
Yeah.
Do you know their names and where I might be able to find them?
I mean... Well...
Any regulars?
Regulars here? I mean, there is a drow. And... Yeah, there's a drow and this strange human lady who likes to come and spend time here sometimes. It's interesting.
Were they both here that night?
Yeah.
Both of
Yeah,
them?
they were. It was just them and the orc lady.
Do you know where I might be able to find the drow?
Well, he hangs out with her all the time. Like, he's just a little kid.
Oh, so they hang out together.
Yeah.
Okay, do you know where I might be able to find both of them? Other than here where they obviously are not.
Well, he seems to like talking about seeing the library and like the gardens here in the city. The little drow likes to talk about that often. Apparently, they go and visit them occasionally.
Libraries have shiny things. Let's go there first.
They're full of books, Kat.
But they have shiny things on the shelves sometimes.
Might I remind you we're here to
Bookends?
find your mother, not shiny things?
Did I notice her looking at the black piece of cloth?
The black piece of cloth.
Yeah.
Perception.
Probably gonna pick that up too, because I just pick up everything.
Yeah, roll perception.
No, I guess I was too.
What did you get?
I got 3 plus 5.
No, you're taking in all the other details.
Okay.
So, you've noticed that she was picking stuff up off the ground, but not that it was black cloth.
So she did pick it up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I pick up
Kleptomaniac.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool.
I'm just thinking, kids like looking at shiny stuff, so if the drow is a kid, then they're probably in the library.
Well, you have lots of shiny stuff.
Hmm?
Maybe we go to the gardens and we put the shiny stuff where the kid can find it.
But
And then if we know his name, and I look back at Kale. Do we know?
Oh, yes, sorry, I didn't give you names. I'm bad at remembering names, but his name is Jay, with 2 eyes.
2 eyes?
2 eyes, yeah.
So it's J-A-I-I.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Interesante.
And, her name is Susie, which honestly doesn't fit her at all in her personality.
And she's a human?
Yeah, she's a human, she's got black hair, green eyes.
Whoa. Huh? Any other clues?
Shush.
You find anything else?
I know the 2 of them went upstairs and checked that out. I doubt there's a reason to check and see if any magic was used. So, I say we go find the drow boy and Susie?
Susie.
Okay, yep, let's go find the drow boy and Susie, Jay and Susie, and I like her idea of bring shiny things to the gardens. We can wait
Get
outside.
Get her shiny.
Not my shiny thing.
Or you
Oh,
know,
you'll get it
It
back.
has to be everyone else's shiny things.
sing a little song at the garden and maybe they'll turn out.
That might work. Shiny things, music.
It's deception right here, I'm liking it. Let's get the boy to talk to us. It's like you're trying to kidnap him, but I know you're not.
Adventurers do sketchy things.
I know they do,
I
it's
don't
funny.
kidnap him, right?
why not?
If you kidnap him, so help me, I will.
I won't kidnap him. I'll just kidnap his money.
I'll distract him while you do that.
Yay! An accomplice!
Oh, I just really like playing pranks on people.
Does that mean I have to give it back?
No, we'll probably need it.
Kale's highly amused over here, but he's like not gonna stop you.
Wasn't
Who knew?
Kale the other character?
Hmm?
I thought that Kale was,
He's the bartender.
well, yeah, but I thought that, Lewis is playing too, right?
No, his character isn't Kale.
Oh, okay.
No.
He's not. He should be here in like 15 minutes.
Yes, he should be.
See if
For
he's
some reason I thought his name was
corresponded
Kale.
with anyone.
Anyways, so you guys are going to the gardens then?
Go to the garden.
You gonna ask for directions for the gardens, or look yourself?
I asked Kale for directions.
Calendar directions. Alright, he gives you directions. It's over in the north-south side of the city.
We're
Okay.
in the south side.
Yeah.
I start walking in that direction.
Alright, cool. You guys all go?
Yeah.
Y'all going?
Do I
Nice.
get the weird feeling that I'm being followed?
Do you want to roll for that? Perception or something? I don't know. What would that
Followed
be?
by people that aren't in my party. That is a 4.
Nope.
I am not very observant today.
No.
It was because
Apparently
you had
not.
that whole gallon of lager today.
No, I had a lager and I shared the
You had a
gallon.
lager and you shared it, but I certainly didn't have any. And I know
had
you
a
were sipping
shot
for a
and it
while.
tasted gross, but it looked like a grown-up drink, so I drank it anyway.
No, you know what? Being a child, you think that alcohol is a grown-up drink, but being an adult, you realize that water is the grown-up drink.
I drink water all the time.
That's because it's healthy.
You know,
Alright.
I've had this conversation a few times.
What?
Tell you later.
So you guys make it to the gardens, and it's a nicer part of the city.
Neat.
The gardens, the buildings look nicer, but honestly, the architecture here and in other parts of the city doesn't show like this is the poor people, this is the more rich people. It's just like they've got bigger houses, they've got smaller houses. They're, yeah.
Bigger houses.
Mhm.
More,
Houses?
Anyways, you come to the gardens, and they have an array of like many different flowers. There's a nice big fountain in the middle.
is there like some kind of flat surface that I can start reluctantly putting shiny things on to like look them over?
You mean like benches?
Eh,
Do you want to investigate for benches?
I go over to the central
I
fountain
investigate
and I
for flat
sit on like
surfaces.
the stone wall of the center of the fountain.
All right, cool.
I
And I
follow
just
I
sit there.
next to him.
I'll
I
also do
I
that.
believe it's your turn. And then I smile and kind of look happy while I listen to your music.
I'm only taking the shiny things out if no one shows up in 5 minutes.
That's not enough time.
Oh, come on. We're looking for 2 very specific people. I look down into the fountain. Do I see anything shiny in the fountain?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
People throw coins in here
Oh.
often.
Oh, okay.
If you don't want to use your own shiny, why don't you put some of that shiny that's in the fountain on the edge of the fountain?
I agree. That's a great idea.
Okay. I start just like grabbing handfuls and putting it on the edge around it.
I mean, that looks really suspicious, big handfuls, but okay.
No, not big. I have tiny hands.
But like piles of coins.
I read.
No, I'm like grabbing a handful and then spreading it out
fountain?
around the
Yeah,
edge.
like
It's
could I
only-
reach down and grab a coin out of the fountain?
Yeah,
Without, like,
it's only like 1.5 feet
I'm just kind of.
of
yeah.
water.
I look down in the fountain and I find a good size like gold coin,
Mm-hmm.
and I just reach down and then I just start flipping the gold coin in my hands
Okay,
for
okay.
a few minutes.
All right.
Like, if. Hold on.
Okay, do I see Jay yet?
Are
Because
there-
I'm watching here. I'm like, where is this child?
Yeah,
Are
you want to
there
roll
any-
perception?
Is there anybody in
Yeah,
This
there's
is
some
the-
people
if
walking around.
This is the edge of the
A good
fountain.
amount.
I'm just kind of scattering the shiny stuff like this
15.
along it.
Okay.
I had what
So.
perception when I roll for it?
Yeah, wisdom.
Wisdom. Plus 0. Okay, yeah, 15. I rolled a 15.
You rolled a 15.
Yeah. Do I see a small drow child?
I also rolled, I got a 16.
You got a 16?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
I'm bored, so I'm also gonna look.
You don't see the drow child, but over some hedges and plants, you do see this lady named Susie, from what you've been told, with black hair and green eyes.
Okay, I'm gonna run over so that I can see around the bushes and see if there's a kid with her.
Are you going to stealth, or are you just gonna do that?
I'm, stealth.
So I watched Ket disappear is what happens.
I guess, yeah.
Oh, that's a 3. Wait.
Her face pops out of the people's screen.
8.
8?
8.
Alright. You peek around the plants that were separating you from her, and you see, there's a drow child with her. He's kneeling looking at some plants and seeming to be talking to her about them very enthusiastically, and she does notice you and gives a little wave, friendly, like, hi.
And be like, heck, she saw me.
So I'm gonna get up at this point. I'm like, okay, well there's Susie, and I go up and I walk up and I say, hey there, how's it going?
Hi, it's going good. How's your day?
By 2 very
Oh,
short
pretty
people.
good. Are you Jay?
He like looks at you and then just kind of backs behind Susie.
Did I hear the conversation about the plants he was talking about?
You're gonna have to roll perception for hearing that.
I watched from the fountain,
Hey, now, that was
knowing
gonna be
that
my
I looked
16.
fairly scary.
Yeah. What?
I got a 16.
You got a 16? So he was talking about the plants in front of him, the flowers, and he's talking about how bees come over and pollinate them and things like that along that line. Just talking about general, like, how plants make more plants
Alright.
by pollination.
I'm going to, I guess,
I'm going
see
to
if I can
tell him,
identify
it's okay,
the
kid. We don't
the
bite very
flowers.
much.
What?
Can I identify the flowers? Like, do I know what type they are? Do I need to roll
That's
nature?
nature, yeah.
Got 6 plus 3. That wasn't very good.
Was it very good? They're yellow. They got a thin stalk. That's yeah, there you go.
So I'm probably close to his height. So I'm
Yeah.
just kind of look at him. Sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. Those flowers are really pretty. I'm from a forest, right? I'm a gnome, so I'm from a forest, and I'm really familiar with plants. You want to tell me about them?
Susie's just like, oh, a bunch of strange people are suddenly talking to my child friend.
He's really shy. He
That's okay.
doesn't really. Well,
He's just
he like
still hiding.
yeah, he's kind of
Okay.
like wanting to say but not knowing what to say. You know, that awkward.
Who are you kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are there any little animals around?
Do you want to investigate for animals?
It bothers.
I'm pretty sure I can hear the chittering of a bird, but I'm not quite sure.
There's a
Yeah.
bird
I
somewhere.
rolled a natural 1.
Oh no. This does not look like it's going well from where I'm sitting. Or
No.
I'm gonna look up at Susie.
Yeah, Susie.
Yeah, Susie. Oh shoot! I had a thing in mind, but I forgot what it was.
Okay.
Well, I am bothered
I wanna-
that I cannot identify these flowers, so I'm going to try again.
Alright. Stare at the
I'm gonna
plants
pick
harder.
it up,
You're like,
pick it
lean
and,
in.
hold it at
Look at
my
them
face.
very. That's a 10.
I got 13.
Okay. So you got 13?
Yeah.
So the plant before you, it's a daffodil. And Jay has seen you pick it and seems to be visibly unhappy about that.
Oh, good job.
I reach over and slap your other hand. Why would you
I
pick that?
flick the coin back into the fountain over my shoulder.
Okay.
I stand up and I walk over there. I'm sorry, miss. Is your name Susie?
Yes, it is.
She's just like, oh, just all these weirdos just suddenly approached.
Sorry, man.
That
We You don't
I
need to
know
scare you.
they can be really, really awkward, but
Hey!
He's not wrong,
Don't
though.
worry about it. It's fine.
I was talking to Kale. I think you know him. Do you know him?
Yeah, we go stay at his inn occasionally.
Yeah, I was talking to him, and apparently you probably. I was told you were there the night of the break-in.
Yeah.
I was hoping the person who was kidnapped was important to us, or yes, well, us generally speaking. I was hoping you might be able to tell me a little bit more.
I mean, not really. There was loud scuffling and lots of noises, and we locked our room. Well, it was already locked, but we basically made sure nobody came into our room, and if they did, we'd be prepared for it. 'Cause it sounded quite violent.
But you didn't see anything, you didn't hear anything?
No, I'm sorry. The guards have already talked to us about it.
Did you meet the orc before? Do you know what her name was?
Yes, I did talk to her. I mean, well, more like my friend came and visited us in the tavern and he talked to her because he knows Orcish. I don't. But, yeah. Her name was Muon.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Muon?
Yeah.
Muon?
Muon.
That's very pretty. I like that.
You didn't name
I
her.
remember your name.
No, I did name
You did name her?
her. Yeah, I did.
Oh, I lost
I
it.
told you in the.
Well, give me the name because I lost it.
Okay. It was. It had a D.
A D?
Yeah, there was a D in it somewhere.
If you don't find it, she's Muon for today.
Muon.
Okay.
Like Mewtwo, but Muon.
Muon.
Muon. I sit and look a little harder to see if I can find any animals, because I'm very upset that I can't find any.
Okay.
Heaven bless, I rolled
Oh.
19. I beckon a squirrel over to me, and it crawls up my arm.
That'd be animal handling, but there are squirrels.
Where is my animal handling?
One.
18.
This squirrel is your friend.
This squirrel is now my friend, and is chittering happily on my shoulder.
Dura. D-U-R-A.
Dura? What?
Dura.
D-U-R-A. Dura.
D
Dura.
D-U-R-A.
Dura.
So I wasn't
Like Dura.
Like Duran.
Dura.
Like Dura.
Dura.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Dura. There you go.
Okay.
We fixed that. See, I knew it was short. I had the vowels right. I just didn't have the right. Yes, okay.
So, said her name was Dura.
Yeah,
That's
Dura.
my mom's name. That was her.
So it seems we found the right place.
Very
how-
unfortunate, I'm sorry.
Did she tell you anything about where she came from, or where she might have been headed?
I know she's not dead, so.
Her friend.
Yes.
She was enthusiastic about finding some certain people and giving them payback, it seemed.
Hmm.
You just want popcorn.
Yes.
Some passed around.
Take some down, pass it around.
99 bottles of juice on the wall.
Did she tell you anything about these people?
She met them in, like, some ruins. She was treasure hunting with someone else.
A halfling?
I don't remember. I mean, I only got bits and pieces from the translation from my friend.
If you want to know more, you might want to talk to her friend who actually spoke with your mother.
He's left town, though.
Out of luck.
Savage.
Inconvenient.
Indeed.
We travel along often, and sometimes we meet up places.
Hmm.
Do you happen to know where he was headed?
Where he was headed?
Mhm.
He was on his way to Glimmerwood.
Sorry, I'm new to the area. How far away is that?
It's about a day travel.
You could still find him.
He'd be a day ahead of us.
That's true.
We'd have to travel quick to catch up.
That's also true.
No, but
But you have very long legs, so I'm sure you can walk fast. And
You also have very
extremely
short-
so
you
can
also have
travel on your
short
shoulder.
legs.
I was about to say we'd have to make the tall people give us piggyback rides.
Jay has giggled at that.
Yeah, it's not happening. No, but Nora, she didn't say anything about the people, or she didn't say much about the people that she was hunting down.
Not from what I got through the translation.
Right.
It was a very interesting conversation because it had to go through one person then go to the other.
Right.
Hmm.
And our friend has left town, headed whichever direction that city was.
Glimmerwood, it's a bit more north to the east, right? When you're looking at a map, which was east, which was west?
West, east, it spells we.
North, east, south, west. That would
Yeah,
that would
east.
technically be east if you're
Yeah.
using true.
Yeah, then it is east, yeah.
That way.
Yeah.
That way.
For me, at least.
Well, do you know? You know where we might be able to find fast travel then? Quickened, hastened travel?
Horses?
Where could we get some horses?
There's usually
Stables?
stables you can rent them at by the, rent them or buy them at, by the gates. There's usually at least one on each gate.
So we'd have to head what, to the north gate of the city?
Yeah.
I think 2 of you are going to need ponies.
I know how to get ponies.
I'm also really big, so horses be a lot to me.
We could likely just share one. And I tend to be pretty good at thieving too, so between the two of us.
We're
shouldn't
just
be an issue.
openly discussing that we're going to steal horses in front of me. In front of
Did we ever decide how much gold I would start out with?
I'm also very heavy.
How much gold would you start out with?
On the ponies and the walking
Normally
monkeys.
at level 1 you start up between 10 and 15 gold.
10 and 15, but we're 3rd level.
1d6 per level after that, or 1d10 per level after that.
Okay.
So I only have 3 gold left right now. I've never had much gold.
No.
Because we started off.
I mean, he's come from his house, though.
Yeah.
Traveling this way.
So would I just still have 15? Or
That's good, just, yeah.
And the slightly orange now.
Alright.
Okay.
You guys continue to talk, or?
I think we're gonna try and go find the translator.
Hold up. What did he look like? And what was his name?
That is a very important question, actually.
The way you're looking at me is great.
Thank you.
Well,
I
I
was
just
just gonna
realized that
look
we
for a
haven't
guy that
taken a
looked like he
single
spoke
chance
Orcish.
to ask him what he looks like. Well, what are you gonna do? Mutter in Orcish the whole time?
Walk up to everyone we meet and say hi in Orcish.
That simply just won't work. That's a great
You
way.
realize that Orcish is a very harsh language. If you walk up to people and start speaking Orcish at them, they might think you're trying to attack them.
Or insulting them, yeah.
They
It's a
don't
real
know
dick
if
move.
I am. I might be.
He's an elf. His hair is really light blonde. It's almost white. It's
Oh, platinum.
yeah, and his name is Zinlin, but I just call him Zin.
Zin?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cute. I love nicknames. Nicknames are happy.
Okay.
But yeah, he's off to his way to Glimmerwood, but then he's gonna go to Feywood after that. So if you don't
Well,
find him,
Should we
There.
try and intercept him at Feywood? Is Feywood just further down the line from Glimmerwood?
yeah, but there's fairies there, so I warn you.
Fairies, huh?
Oh, I haven't met any Fae folk yet. That would be a fun adventure.
Yeah.
I haven't met any of those, and they sound suspicious.
Well, they probably are. You have to be very careful of what you say around them.
I'm curious to know why you're tracking him down, though. To know more information about what the conversation he had? 'Cause it sounded to me like you were looking for her.
We are looking for Dora. But I was hoping that because he talked to her, that he would be able to provide us more accurate information. Unless you have something you haven't told us yet.
Unless anyone's seen 5 guys wearing all black hanging out in the town.
That is also useful.
Well, not really. I
Or
mean,
anyone saw where they went.
well, I wouldn't know.
How large is Ironwall?
Ironwall is fairly. It's a decent sized city out of like how big all the cities are in this like country. It's like the 3rd or 4th biggest.
Okay. So it's got a decent underworld, probably.
Most likely, yes. I mean, there's many demographics here, so.
So, I've obviously been here for a while, but, have I, like, talking about, like, these 5 guys in black and, like,
Yeah.
Stuff like that, do I remember anything other than maybe what we've already uncovered?
Do you want to roll intelligence to remember?
15 plus, what would it, just regular intelligence, or
Yeah.
16?
16?
Yeah.
So, what was your question again?
So, like, did I notice anything, like, are any of these things, like, making me remember, like, seeing anybody or hearing anything suspicious about things that we're talking about?
I mean, people like talking about suspicious stuff going around near Fallen Wood quite often, and how traveling that road's become pretty dangerous. But, for, like, people wearing all black and whatnot, no, I mean, there's plenty of people that are wearing black in this city. Maybe not full-on completely black, but there's a lot of shady people here.
I was gonna say, it's the shady people we're looking for.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they have the people we actually want to recover.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about the underground systems and anything like that here, would you?
No, I try and stay away from that. I mean, I have child.
That's right.
I'm a child and I don't stay away from that.
Yeah, there's a Louise.
Hello!
Hello.
What up?
He's in all black,
go to
guys.
eat pizza?
He's the one.
Huh?
The stuff?
Kill him, he's in all black!
I just got back from a job interview.
Oh,
What
well,
do you think? So,
the
Pizza.
Valley
We
Fair
ordered
pizza,
a
we
pizza.
ordered it. Valley Fair.
alright.
So you want to go get it? I mean, I don't have a good moment for you to come in right now anyways, so.
Give us 5 minutes. We'll bring you in when you bring the pizza.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll have a good reason.
sorry.
Entries. Pizza is required before entry.
My grandma was trolling about you guys pulling weeds before you could come into her castle.
Beautiful.
Bring me a shrubbery!
A shrubbery!
Alright.
You must
Bring
bring
the weed,
us
master.
Okay.
a strawberry.
Well, I say we go find the shady people.
I say we go look for shady people.
Let's find the shady people. I'm really good at finding shady people. I'm the shady people.
I pull out.
We can steal from the shady people.
Yes. He might even let me do it.
See you in a sec, Lewis, sorry.
Yeah, so your shit. I don't care if you steal from shady people. They've already stolen from us. We're just taking back what's ours.
That's his.
So to that glade or whatever it was.
Glimmerwood?
No, to that
No.
place where all the shady people go.
I didn't say anything about a place where all the shady people go, but
Where is the place where all the shady people?
She said
go?
that she doesn't know.
Where's the place that you avoid going because you don't want to run into shady people?
I mean, it's kind of hard here, but definitely the south part of the city.
Okay, let's go to the south.
I go and I buy myself a nice black cloak.
You're just gonna walk into a clothes store and get a black cloak right now.
Yes.
Right now, okay.
Okay, that's
That
probably
would contrast nicely with my bright
with just
green.
one
But
cloak is
heavy-
probably like
Heavy,
not
black,
much gold.
dark
heavy.
color. Yeah, like a thick, basically like a robe. To kind of hide my colorfulness.
Should I
Okay.
assume I already had?
I mean, you've stolen a coat
Yeah.
already that's
Yeah.
dark, didn't
I've
you?
got a cool
Yeah, just
jacket
just a
already.
dark cloak.
Alright, alright.
Help kind of hide the fact that
It's
I-
probably just like 1 gold or something.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet. Decent black cloak.
Decent black cloak.
It'll hide me. Okay,
Alright, so,
and off to find our shady people.
yeah, the south side of the city. Is that where you guys are going now?
I think so.
The same by?
Yep.
You missed
Find-
me. You
find
used
the
to
shady
meet me on
people.
the east side, the city where the sun don't set.
As soon as we go down into the shadier side of town, I put my
Turn around
my
and wave
hood
at
up.
the kids.
Alright.
Bye. Have fun with the flowers.
Give a wave.
I still got my squirrel.
Have I already tried to talk to people in this part of town about a book?
I mean, have you? Would you say you have?
Well, I've been here a while, so I'm guessing that I've like gone around and like gone to, I don't know, just tried to find it. If that's, I don't know if I would have thought
I
about
mean-
going to the underground and talking to shady people. I'm not sure.
I mean,
the
you
book
probably
was
just asked
stolen.
around, but I don't know if you're looking exactly for underground looking people.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know if my character would or not.
alright, we'll just leave that up in the air then for right now.
Okay.
Shady people.
So, anybody gonna roll for investigating to find the most shadiest person around?
Alright.
Come on, shady
And I roll
rogue.
with advantage from experience.
Oh, I mean, I don't know.
Always try.
Damn, that's
I mean, you grew up on the streets of another city, so sure, yeah.
Different city, but yeah.
Investigation.
I rolled,
Oh, that was 2
This
4s.
is not my expertise.
I
7.
rolled 15 plus 3 for investigation, 18.
There you go.
18.
Got a 7.
Got 7.
8.
No, not worth mentioning.
15.
I'm distracted
15.
by like trying to keep all of my pockets covered.
Yeah.
I'm also watching out to see if anybody starts following us while we start asking questions.
Alright, okay. So, you immediately notice plenty of shady people are everywhere. But the interesting ones,
I don't know which shady person to follow, guys.
There's
So
a lot of
many.
shady people.
There's so many.
One that looks like they couldn't kill you easily.
I realize I'm 3'7".
Running around with a ukulele.
That's my specialty.
So for the shady people, there's like several people. There's 2 people together talking to each other with their cloaks over like on the edge of 2 different shops. So not like near the doors or windows or anything, just kind of like standing in between all of that. There's one person who is currently stealing from someone else's pocket.
And we notice.
Can I steal from their pocket?
Can I
You
see?
can try.
That's a sleight of hand, right?
Yeah.
I rolled 10. So I rolled a 3, and then my, I add 7.
Well, you have +7 sleight of hand. What's your dex mod?
Dex 5.
Dex 5 plus proficiency. Plus
Oh,
7.
your dexterity
So-
proficiency is fucked.
You know this person starting to steal from someone else, and you're starting to steal from their pockets, and they notice right away and go, "Oi, I'm being robbed!"
And I look at them and I go, "Oi, she's being robbed!" Someone, help us find the robber! Help us find the robber! We gotta hunt him down!
Alright, you confused the man before you. And he's just like, "Wait, what?" And the other person, who who you pointed at is like, what's going on?
I don't know, man. I just saw you being robbed. I didn't want you to get robbed, so I decided to say something. See
No,
something?
you were robbing me.
No, you were robbing him.
You were robbing me.
You were robbing him.
Your hands were in my pockets.
Your hands were in his pockets. What are
You
you
can't
gonna
do that.
Yes, I can.
I saw it!
How tall is this person that she's arguing with?
They're 4 feet.
There's both 4
Oi!
people. Most advantage for walking up and be like, shh, and come with me. Is that a persuasion trick, or
Yeah, advantage on persuasion, yes.
is that a persuasion, or is that an intimidation?
Yeah, that you intimidation, yeah. You're being intimidating, then yes.
Nope.
If you're trying to intimidate, then
Crap. That's a 14.
that's a 14.
Yeah. As I
Well,
walk up and I just look down at them, shh, and come with me.
I mean, you're really tall, so they are scared, but they're just like looking around at all you guys now. They're like, why are you picking on me?
Because you were stealing.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, you were.
No, I
You
wasn't.
were really obvious about
Long
it.
hair. Long hair on their head.
No, I mean it's a bit
Can I,
shaggy.
Can I, like, grab their shaggy hair by my claws and drag them into an alley?
You can. I mean, they're gonna protest, but you can.
Can I pull a knife on him with intimidation?
I point at
That's
him.
an
Why
athletics.
this man is stealing
Yeah.
another person?
16. As I
16?
drag them into the nearest alley.
Alright, 16 dragged into a nearest alley. And
Can I-
lots of people are noticing.
Can I try to intimidate him into being quiet while this is happening?
You can do.
I
Try.
I'm going to just stay outside of the alleyway and just lean on the wall and reach out.
Okay.
That's 16,
Yeah, I'm
17,
standing
18,
next
19.
to you. I don't
Stat
want him.
20 to intimidate him into
They
being
got it.
quiet.
I believe in him.
Well, he's not protesting now.
I
Wants to know what you guys
drag him
want.
into an alley, I throw him on his butt, and I look at him like, based on what they said, I think you can help me. You help me? Oh, there you go.
I'm going
Who
to,
said?
That's one. Over there. The one you were arguing with.
Before he walks into the alleyway, can I touch him and use guidance?
Sure.
Okay.
Cool. That's a
Okay.
D4, right? For on my checks. And the
Alright.
next check, yeah. Oh, is it just the next check?
I think so.
Okay. So, I already know from observation, and my friend's observations, you were trying to steal. Now, I have
Was it?
zero interest into whether or not you were trying to steal, but you might be able to help me find people who are kidnapping orcs off the streets.
Wait, why do you want to find those people?
Because those people have taken someone that's very important to a friend of mine. You help me, I help you.
So give me gold?
No, but you get to walk away alive.
I mean, there is that.
I'm shouting down the alley.
Though I can't guarantee that I'll let you go until after I've found and finished my business, but you'll at least walk away alive.
So you want to find people who stole an orc?
Yes. Also people who found a very specific book, but I don't know much about that one yet.
Okay.
That's probably good.
Where is the primary marketplace for stolen and illicit goods in the city?
Here in this city?
Yes.
I mean, it's just the market.
Just the market?
Well, it's the market. You just gotta talk to the right people.
That's the thing I'm looking for. Who are the right people?
Do you know any of these right people?
Names, faces, races. I swear to you, I'm not a racist. And honestly, they help me find people I'm looking for. You get to live. I get my friend back. And we're all square.
While this is going on,
Yeah.
do I notice, like, are the people just kind of like shuffling and kind of like ignoring what just happened, or is there?
I mean, after a while, they're just kind of like, okay, whatever.
So, like, nobody was like running to raise an alarm or anything.
Call the po-po.
No.
Okay.
Have you seen this city? You get mugged, it sucks to suck.
I'm in the south side. Police almost never show up in the south
I
side.
don't know that. I'm a bookworm. I'm just gonna
Well,
keep an eye out.
There's Zag. I mean, it's the tiefling. Red hair looks like fire. I give my stuff to him.
And where can I find Zag?
He's in the market, selling. Well, it looks like he's selling food that his friend has hunted. I mean, that's what his friend sells, but he does other things.
What exactly is his expertise in selling the illicit?
You mean like what he like specializes
what kind
in?
of goods does he move? Yes.
It's mostly drugs, man.
Spice. Drugs.
Yeah.
Cocaine.
Meth.
just shiny objects.
Magical antiquities.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people who come here with pretty neat things, you know?
Do you have any pretty neat things on you right now?
In a
No.
moment, Cat.
I don't keep my goods on me. I get them off.
Where do you meet Zag?
You-
And how do you signal him?
Yo.
Yoski broski.
You see the shop where they're selling the meat. You go to the back.
That tiefling round back of the shop for meat.
Yeah.
Right behind the butcher shop? What's the name of the butcher's shop?
Then you have to find words again.
The shop. Just the shop.
It's called the Heron Woodcutter because he pretends to cut wood. I mean, that's what he does when he's not selling things.
I wander down the alley. That's so clever. Why don't we just have him take us there? Like, what's the point in trying to wander around and find it if he can just take us there?
You raise a good point. And I grab him by the scruff of his neck, and
Oi!
I pick
Hey!
him up, and then I shove him in front of me and say, take me there.
Do I have a collar or a leash
Can-
on me? I wish I did.
Can I at least get like a gold coin out of this? 2?
No.
Take me to your tiefling friend Zag.
As I walk into the alleyway, I'm just gonna toss him a gold coin.
Can I roll to catch that gold coin before it reaches him?
Alright.
I did.
Okay.
He got 19.
Yeah, okay.
He got that. This is mine!
I'm like, but he catches it first.
It's my coin.
I wonder, if you hit him hard enough, will he drop the gold coin?
Let's not find
I
out
hit him
someday,
hard
so.
enough till he dropped the gold
Why are you guys such bullies?
Because you were robbing someone.
No, I wasn't!
Yes, you were.
You
I
got no
saw
proof.
You. I do, because I was trying to rob you while you were robbing them.
You were robbing! She was robbing people!
I was robbing
What?
you. You're not.
Ow!
Quiet.
Wow.
Fine. Follow me. So he leads you, and the market seems to be like dead center middle city, basically.
Are there guards around?
Yes, there are guards around.
Lots of guards.
There's a fair amount in the market than there is in the other places. Yeah. You were paying attention for people like watching you earlier. You still doing that now?
Yep.
Do you want to roll?
I was also doing that. But
Natural 20.
Boom! That's what
21.
we're talking about.
I-
All right. Somebody is
Mr.
following you.
Ryan's
The way they're
following.
acting, they seem kind of like they're either bad at looking not suspicious, or they're a little special in their head. And they've got like just like kind of normal leather like clothes, like normal clothes and like some leather armor-ish stuff, and they've got like a scarf thing over their head, and they seem to have a problem with like moving their hands on that scarf quite often, and they're doing a bad job at it, if they're trying. Yes.
I point these people out. Hey, cat. I want you to go see what one of them does when you approach him, and I point out one of the ones that just looks like he's really bad at hiding himself.
Yeah, no, it's just one dude who's following you.
Oh.
Just one guy.
Hey, go see what happens when you approach that guy.
Okay.
You don't have to interact with him. I just want to see, like, what he does when he thinks that you might be going for him.
Try to like stealth and then show up at the last second.
They'll, like,
Or just
obviously walk
obviously
up.
walk
Like,
up to him?
Obviously walk
Oh,
up to him.
okay. Alright, I'm just gonna like power walk towards him. Beeline.
Okay, you're like walking like it kind of intimidatingly, like just like walk that direction, and he just happens to be in the way.
It's just like walk over there.
Can I stealth myself towards him so if something happens or he tries to run?
Yeah, sure.
19 plus my 7, 26.
How tall is this person?
This person is 5'9".
Okay, so you're walking up and I'm quietly standing behind him.
So, yeah, he doesn't notice you, but seeing you, he just like, like swerves out of the way.
I'm swerving towards him.
I grab his pant leg.
You grab his pant leg?
Sir, why are you trying to move?
So, this person looks down at you, right? And you see their face. They have like this paint over like this portion of their face. It's just like completely painted completely. It's just black, and his eyes are like an olive color. And he looks at you. He doesn't say anything. He's just like looking at you.
Does he have crazy eyes?
Slightly. They slightly look a bit like.
Sir, I asked a question.
I don't know what you mean.
I think you didn't.
I'm walking. That's moving. Moving's walking.
You were
Walking's
standing
moving.
still, watching my friend over there.
What? When?
Tall guy, black cloak, dragonborn.
I'm walking.
Now you're walking. What were you doing?
Well, you were walking. You're not walking anymore. Because we're trying to talk to you.
I'm walking.
No, you aren't.
I think you need to come with us. Hey. I think you need to meet our friend.
Sure, okay.
Okay, go ahead and come with us. Come on.
I'm going to grab onto his other pant leg.
I'm walking this guy over to you.
A little higher up from where she's.
I put my hand
You still
on
have
our other friend.
you still have your hand on the other friend. Okay.
I'm like, stop. And then I look at this other guy. And why are you observing us specifically?
It's. I told to.
By who?
By who?
By who?
And I'm
Can I roll
actually...
to remember the name of that crazy guy from the Tower of Death?
Go ahead. That is a history check, though.
History. Oh, shoot. I don't know things.
I don't know things.
Okay, that's a 9.
9?
9.
That guy was crazy.
Well, I remember that much.
It was crazy. He was drawing weird drawings on the wall, and it was weird.
Do we get advantage for doing it together? Like, in unison, why are you following us?
An advantage on intimidation?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna, like, really intensely.
You already rolled once, so roll again.
12
My second roll was
16
plus 3.
16?
Was that higher or lower than your last one?
Oh, I only rolled once for intimidation. Hold on.
No, but you rolled once originally, and then you
Well, no, I rolled that for history check.
Oh. So...
19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
So this guy is obviously not acting normal. Can
23
I tell
for
whether it's
intimidation.
like... Whether it's like him or whether it's like a spell of some sort?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh,
What do I
that's
what do
a
I
good point.
roll? Arcane? Arcane? Arcana, probably. Arcana. Is that what I'm rolling for?
Alright.
That's a really good idea.
I got a 9.
got a 9.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Seems to have issues.
I could
Wait,
do
what
a-
happened with the intimidation?
Yeah, so yeah, in you guys were intimidating to ask who told him, right?
Yeah, who asked him to follow us?
Yeah, instead of joining you and asking, I was just looking this guy down.
Yeah, okay. So he like has his hands out like this, and he's like, "My God told me."
Can I
The
use-
crazy guy!
Can I use detect magic to see if like he
Yeah.
is? Okay.
You can use detect magic.
I've never played a magical character.
Detect magic?
Yeah.
Is your god a crazy guy?
So it's one action.
He is a wondrous God. He opens the doors.
Yeah, the
Does he
dwarf's the
talk a
crazy
lot?
one.
So, any magical presence within 30 feet.
What's his name?
Blocked by barriers of 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, or a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of dirt. So basically, does she see any magical auras?
Magical auras?
Mostly centered on this guy, probably.
Yeah.
This guy? Okay. You do detect that he has a necklace that has magical properties in it. Does she detect like everything about it?
No,
Or
just
just
that
magic?
it has a magical aura.
Alright, so the necklace
Does he
he's
also tell
wearing
you what
does have a
school
magical aura.
of magic it is?
I can learn at School of Magic. if
Yes.
Any.
Okay. One sec, let me find out what school of magic it is.
And then I'd like to steal it.
It's on his neck.
I don't care.
You're smaller than him!
I'm gonna use sleight of hand and jump really high.
Or you just tell
that
me to
would
take it
probably
right
be
off with my claw.
disadvantage because jumping is obvious.
This is true. You know what?
Wait, I could pick you up.
Are you guys discussing this out loud? I cannot
No.
type on this.
No.
Yeah, I see the necklace though, don't I?
Yeah, he's got a necklace.
Do
you
I
point
see
out
the
that it's
necklace?
magical?
Do I see
Yeah,
it?
he's got a necklace on.
That guy's necklace is magical.
Is it some kind of
I
symbol?
reach out with my claw and I take to examine the necklace.
You just...
Just to examine.
Yeah. I've got one hand on this guy and then I'm...
Okay,
examining the necklace with the other hand.
We have to
Jeez, you're making me do a million
He
things.
was complaining this whole time.
Oh, he's quiet now.
He does, like, grab your hand, not wanting it to come off.
Ooh, take it, take it, take it.
It doesn't say what school of magic this is, so...
Unidentified school of
Does
magic.
it have a gem in it? Does it...
I
Is
have
it some kind
a
of
suspicion
symbol?
That it is necromantic.
So,
Probably.
it is, it is a circle. There's 2 lines coming out of it, and then the line goes down here. It's longer than the other 2. And there's a line through that one.
How is it attached? Is it like a chain?
Yeah, it's
Like a thick chain?
no, not really. It's
Might
kind of,
make the crazy guy mad. though.
it's a decent chain. You know, it's not like really thick and expensive, but it's a decent chain.
You two. I'm pointing at you two. Bring him with us. And I turn back to
Okay,
the first guy and I'm like, lead us
hand.
to Ziggy.
Well, okay. So he continues to lead you, and this guy's the other guy's not putting up a fuss. He's totally fine with coming with you guys. He's
I
just
mean,
like,
he was told to
cool.
watch us. I don't see why he would fight going with us.
yeah. Anyways, yeah. So you are taken over to a shop that is called the Hair and Woodcutters shop for meats and wood items. Anyways. And, yeah, you get led through an alley, around the back, to a door.
On our way walking, does this spooky guy with the paint on his face, does he have a component pouch that I can see?
A component pouch?
Yeah,
No.
like for doing magic?
No, he doesn't have one. I mean, you don't have to roll for that. He doesn't have much on him. He's, like, doesn't have any pouches. There's, like, no, not even a gold pouch.
So like there's
Hey,
nothing
pizza.
that would
No?
make me worry about him using
You
magic,
look so unamused with this.
I am.
other than maybe the amulet.
Well, is it because
Did
of
your,
the pizza?
It's a rough day.
One sec. I'm reading something here for a second.
I have to cut the pizza and the napkins
Ah, there we go. So, Jake,
Do you have any dice I could borrow?
what are your like surface thoughts right now?
So I'm worried that he's gonna like cast a spell on us.
All right, so you're worried about him casting spells right now.
Yeah.
Can you roll a wisdom save?
Thank you.
A wisdom save.
Yes.
Oh, it's 9. I'm not rolling high.
Okay.
So what's the story so far?
So
We, hold on, allow me to, doodle a very quick doodle
So,
of our
Jake.
entourage currently.
I need to know about basically I already know about your current worries. Basically right now you don't know this, but somebody is probing your mind and you failed the wisdom save. So I need to know basically your deep thoughts right now about like why you're here and whatnot. It's just about to get the book, right? Yeah. All right. Cool. So you're worried about your book. Yeah. Okay. I just had to ask you if there's any other like deep thoughts going on. It's just worrying about the book and right now worrying about this guy magic.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, hi, Liz. It's good to see you. I was being someone else for a second there. So, your friend that you caught stealing that you've taken over here knocks on the door, and this tiefling does open the door. He's got horns that go like this, that curl, and they're like a pink color, and he's kind of like more of a pinkish red than red. His eyes are red. His hair is like a flamey orange. And he opens up the door and seeing a large group of people around the one man that he does recognize, he comes out and shuts the door and says, "What do you want?"
We're looking for a stolen person.
Such as?
An orc. Woman. With black hair.
Everybody's heard about that. Why are you asking me?
Because we're trying to find her.
You think I know anything about that?
I think you know people who might know something about it.
That's very...
I mean, I do know some people.
Like who?
Well, I mean, there's the guys in the woods that I deal with. They don't tell me their name. I don't ask.
Which woods?
I just get them items that they're looking for if I can find them.
What kinds of items?
Well, a few of them have been scrolls. There's been some jewelry that helps protect, or
Books?
a couple times.
Any kind of a leather-bound book recently?
Most books are leather bound.
Okay. A
Dark
leather-bound
leather,
book.
specifically. Were there any symbols on the front of the book?
Yeah, I mean, I don't
no,
stare
I'm
at them.
asking you
Yeah.
As my book. Can I like try and sketch out what the symbol looked like?
You can.
Do I need to do I need to roll for it, or do I just
You can roll performance if you want to roll. But, honestly.
Okay. I'm just gonna draw it out and show him. Have
Okay.
you seen this? A book with the symbol on it?
A book with a symbol on it, okay.
So am I in the story?
Yeah, 1 sec. They're kind of in the middle of something, but don't worry, you're gonna show up.
Should we take a 5-minute break, eat
Does
pizza,
that
and
other
then
guy have
while
a-
we explain what's going on to Louise?
Yeah.
Might be a good idea.
Yeah. Are you trying to draw it?
Yeah, I'm trying to draw a little quick thing of our current entourage.
Here. I can just send you his face. Can I? Oh, I can't right here, can I? Okay, let's just...
There, good.
I my first ever thin-mint cookie.
I think it's freaking out. There we go. Ba 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 ba.
You still have Girl Scout cookies?
Yeah, we'll take a break then. I mean, everybody's already doing it, so
Yeah.
My
Sorry.
bad.
it's okay. You're asking about a
Yeah.
book.
So, Luis, so far, we have shown up in the city of Ironwall.
Okay.
We tracked down
There you go. His face should be on the screen.
in the search for Ket's mother.
Okay.
That tavern
Oh,
keep led us
that
to a different tavern,
Mhm.
and a different tavern keep, who was broken into, from which our artist mother was kidnapped.
So we got kind of a scarf around his
So
head.
we started
Yeah,
looking
it's like
for
a-
witnesses
How tall is
of
he?
the
Scarf
search
thing, he's
of the
5'9".
premises.
Uh-huh.
Started looking for witnesses of
That's
such
like
an
just
mystery.
about 6 feet.
Okay.
So
Then, after talking to the witnesses, we headed to the shady part of town,
Okay.
where we sort of kidnapped a thief.
So you guys between the kidnappers?
Yes.
Well, he was trying to steal from someone, and I stole from him, and he called me out on it.
Then I got intimidating and dragged him into an alley.
By the hair.
Did, quite literally, with
By the
claws.
Nice.
Told him that he was going to lead us to the guy with which he usually gives stolen items,
Oh, you
which is the guy we're currently talking to, in the search for more information to find the people who have stolen Ket's mother.
Okay.
And that is almost exactly the story so far.
Okay, but so
There's also a crazy guy that was following us, and we're pretty sure he's
okay.
just like... You remember the crazy dude in the jail cell from the...
Yeah.
Yeah, him.
That one god.
Yeah, him.
He's out.
No,
No, we
not
just found one of his
him.
servants.
It's one of his followers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if he were out, things would be very bad.
Okay, now it seems like so there's a reason why Ket's mother got nabbed. Either revenge, money.
Revenge. We were talking to someone. She was... Oh no, she was looking for revenge against a specific group of people, which I'm assuming is the people that killed Ket's dad.
She was going to pay back, and I think they kidnapped her before she could enact her revenge plan.
Yeah.
That means I'm probably a step ahead of others. Fairly smart, I guess.
And according to this guy we're talking to now, they deal in all sorts of stuff. Like just a general group of people in the woods. Like they get stolen goods. He's looking for a stolen book.
After they're done talking with this dude, you'll show up.
Somehow.
But remember, your character doesn't know any of this.
Which is sad.
I think I know how you're gonna show up.
I don't even know how I'm gonna show up.
You have red hair, right?
I don't know.
Tiefling.
I'm a cat.
Oh no, never mind. For some reason I thought you were tiefling.
No,
He's
she's doing me as
directing.
one. I'm a cat with whiskers and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're talking to shady people.
Oh.
how's your day?
Long.
Yeah.
Very long.
Yeah. Like waking up too early